to conclusions, then walk across the street. It's like I'd rather fill the blanks with illusions than take the time to see. You are trying to close the back door of your car. You are balancing the groceries and a baby in your arms. You are more than just a sign in your front yard. You are my neighbor. I can get so lost in the mission of defending what I think. I've been surfing on a sea of opinions, but just behind the screen, you are grateful that the workday's finally done. You are stuck in miles of traffic, looking at your phone. You are trying to feel a little less alone. You are my neighbor. When the chasm between us feels so wide that it's hard to imagine the other side, that we don't have to see things eye to eye. For me to love you like you are my neighbor, my neighbor. Oh, to fear the unfamiliar is the easy way to go. But I believe we are connected more than we might ever know. There's a light that shines on both the rich and poor, looks beyond where we came from and who we voted for, till I can't see a stranger anymore. I see my neighbor. May my heart be an open door to my neighbor. You are my neighbor.
All I want is you with me. Watch a movie or just be. Tell me all that's on your mind. You steady me